name is Alan Hodge. My wife Elizabeth and I came to the 10-day cleanse for colonics at the Living Waters. I've just completed it, and I have to say that I feel much better after having done so. I guess we were motivated to come here because we both felt like we needed the treatment. We both needed to feel better than we did. We're feeling pretty sluggish, I think, to begin with. Even though I generally considered myself in relatively good health, I still thought that there was something more that was needed. So we came to this 10-day cleanse and learned a lot through it. And I was really intrigued by some of the things that we were taught, especially the fact that people are just followed a good diet and engaged in healthful activities which are readily available to us. Even in this toxic environment that we live in, I think that there is a chance, or there is actually the real possibility, in fact the real hope, that there is no more need for what might be considered traditional medicine, that even though it might be needed in cases of emergencies and accident, it may not be necessary for the curing of disease, that the cure for disease is actually available to us, and as long as we allow our body to do it for us. So there were many things that we were introduced to during this 10-day cleanse period. It was not just the colonic portion of it, although we considered that really vital to the reason why we're here. But there are other factors involved, that involve things that I don't really understand yet. It has to do with things that you can't see, feel, and touch. Maybe the spiritual aspect to it, the mental aspect to it. Part of it that has to do with the electromagnetic spectrum, the vibration. All of those things can have an effect upon what goes on inside this complicated organism that we call the human body.
Was there any specific ailments or labels that you had that you really wanted to clear up before you came here?
You know, I don't know if there was anything really specific that I could put my fingers on, because unlike apparently a lot of people that come here, a lot of people who come are already perhaps in a desperate need because they have gotten some form of a disease that they can't seem to get rid of. I hadn't gotten to that point yet, but I could see that I was going in the wrong direction. You know, I could just sense that. And I was experiencing fatigue, and perhaps my mental acuity or sharpness wasn't there, and I was just chalking it up to getting old and getting older. But now I'm realizing, or have come to realize after being here, that at least I have the hope that, you know, you can actually still think young if you treat yourself right. So that was the biggest thing for me.
What was your favorite modality that you used during the cleanse?
I think my favorite modality was the colonic cleanse each and every day. And I guess I could put in a close second, and maybe they have to go hand in hand, was the day 7 into the session where the liver cleanse took place. And learning about those internal organs, those vital organs that constitute what might be considered our internal plumbing system there. If you don't take care of that, it won't take care of you. Your body won't take care of you. And learned a lot about the interconnectedness, by the way, of all of those internal organs to other parts of our body, and how it all works together as an integrated whole. If you're not taking care of the component parts, including some of those things that we don't want to give very much thought to, the rest of it can go downhill very quickly. And I think food and the things that we ingest, those were things that were really important too. What has been going on in the liver and what can be done to keep it healthy, and not only that, but the associated organs like the gallbladder and pancreas and kidneys and those sorts of things too. But small and large intestine, colon, all of those things that are operating in our elimination system, learned a lot through that. And by the way, involving in the colonics, the fact that we are all of us are infested with parasites was a real eye-opener for us, and it's a real detraction from our health by having them in us. We don't realize how many we have. That was a real eye-opener. Thank you, Living Waters, for helping me through this process, through the educational process, making me feel comfortable while I'm here.